Your problem isn't a lack of focus.
It's the fear of abandoning all the other versions of you.
You know the feeling all too well.
A brilliant new idea strikes you. Maybe it's learning to code, or starting a pottery class, or diving into Renaissance history.
For a week, you're completely obsessed and full of energy. But then, a quiet anxiety begins to creep in. It's the guilt over the half-finished project from last month still sitting on your desk. It's the nagging voice that says you're becoming a jack of all trades and master of none. Society tells you constantly to just pick one thing and stick with it. Friends and family watch your shifting passions with a confused but well-meaning concern. They see your wide-ranging curiosity as a character flaw, not a superpower. So you stand still, paralyzed by the sheer number of paths you want to walk. Every potential start feels like a permanent goodbye to a dozen other possible futures. You're afraid that by choosing one identity, you kill all the others. But what if that entire way of thinking is wrong? What if your greatest strength isn't choosing, but collecting and connecting? The real shift happens when you stop seeing this as a problem to be solved and start seeing it as a structure to be built. You're not scattered. You are what I call a portfolio thinker. Your mind isn't a messy garage of unfinished projects. It's a dynamic portfolio of valuable assets. And today, I'm going to give you the system to manage it. It's a framework I call the portfolio method. This isn't just another video to make you feel understood for 10 minutes. This is a complete, actionable strategy to build a career that doesn't just tolerate your many interests, but thrives because of them. We're moving beyond the what and into the how. But this method only works if you can overcome the two biggest killers of dreams for people like us. Those two killers are the fear of starting and the guilt of stopping. And in this video, I'm going to show you exactly how to beat both. We will explore how to build your unique skill portfolio. We will learn how to navigate your changing passions without the guilt. And I will give you the psychological tools to finally break the paralysis and start creating. So let's stop being a jack of all trades and start becoming a master of integration. Welcome to the portfolio method. Stop trying to find your one passion. Start building your asset portfolio. Unlike a rigid career path, a portfolio is designed to be diverse and adaptable. In this model, your skills and interests are not random hobbies, they are distinct asset classes. There are 3 types of assets you need to manage in your portfolio. The first is your core skills, which are like the strong trunk of a tree. These are the deep, transferable abilities you've developed over time, like writing, problem solving, or visual design. They aren't tied to one job, but can be applied across many different fields. These skills provide the stability for your entire portfolio. The second asset class is your exploration projects, which are the branches of your tree. These are the shorter-term, curiosity-driven pursuits where you get to experiment and play. Learning that new language, trying out digital animation, or taking a course on mycology are all exploration projects. They are designed for learning and growth, not necessarily for immediate profit. This is where you find the seeds of your next big thing. Finally, we have your foundational habits, which are the roots of the tree. These are the underlying systems that make everything else possible. This could be your system for capturing ideas, your morning routine, or your commitment to daily exercise. They are the invisible infrastructure that nourishes both your core skills and your explorations.
Consider a coder who is also a passionate musician.
Coding is their core skill, a deep well of logical thinking they can always draw from.
Learning a new music production software becomes an exploration project.
Their foundational habit might be dedicating 1 hour each morning to creative work before their day job starts. One day, they combine their core coding skill with their exploration of music.
They build an innovative app that helps musicians compose melodies using algorithmic patterns.
This unique combination is something a specialist coder or a specialist musician could never have created alone. If this feels like a lot, just remember you've been living this your whole life. We're just finally giving it a name and a structure. Your past is not a random collection of failures to specialize. It's the resume of a portfolio thinker in training. Of course, building this portfolio takes time and energy. This is why having the right kind of day job is critical. It can either drain you or fund you. Later, I'll show you the exact archetypes of jobs to look for. But first, we need to address the guilt of moving on. Let's be honest. How many great ideas have died on your to-do list? How many domains have you been about to learn for years? So now that we have the what, which is the portfolio, let's talk about the when, the seasons. One of the biggest sources of anxiety for a polymath is the fading spark. You get intensely passionate about something, and then after a few weeks or months, the obsession fades. We interpret this as failure, as a lack of discipline. But what if that boredom is actually a signal? What if it's a sign that it's time to change your creative season? Nature doesn't bloom all year round, and neither do you. Embracing this cyclical nature is the key to long-term productivity and happiness. The first is the season of the deep dive. This is when you're laser-focused on developing a core skill. You're obsessed. You're learning rapidly, and you're making significant progress. This is the time for focused work and deliberate practice. Next comes the season of play. This often arrives after an intense deep dive, when you start to feel a little burnt out or your curiosity starts to wander. In the season of play, you give yourself permission to dabble in your exploration projects. There are no goals, no pressure, only curiosity. This is your mind's fallow period, where it rests and gathers new, unexpected inputs. Finally, there is the season of harvest. This is when you notice an opportunity to combine a core skill with something you discovered during a season of play. It's the moment you decide to build that app, write that book, or launch that project. Harvest is about integration and creation. Think about our web developer from before. She spends a year in a deep dive, mastering a new programming language. Feeling drained, she enters a season of play and signs up for a local pottery class just for fun. She isn't trying to become a professional potter. She's just enjoying the feeling of clay in her hands. Months later, back at her coding work, she's trying to solve a complex problem about data visualization. Suddenly, she remembers the feeling of shaping a pot, of building something tangible, layer by layer. This tactile memory gives her a new metaphor to approach the coding problem, and she finds a solution no one else on her team could see. The pottery class didn't just recharge her, it expanded her creative toolkit. So when you feel that familiar urge to drop a project and pick up another, don't see it as a failure. Ask yourself if you're simply transitioning from one season to another, because it's not quitting. It's changing seasons. Recognizing this cycle is how you stop feeling guilty and start being strategic. A great strategy is useless if you're too scared to start.
So let's tackle the fear head-on.
This isn't a strategy problem, it's a brain hack problem. This feeling is called activation paralysis. The root of this fear isn't the work itself. You're not afraid of learning, you love learning. The fear is the opportunity cost. Committing to one project feels like you're locking a door on 10 others. The commitment feels too big. The stakes feel too high. So how do we lower the stakes and make it easy to start? We use a technique I call the 2-week test. Feeling stuck? Launch a 2-week test. The rule is simple. You can try any new interest you want, but you only commit to it for 2 weeks. That's it, just 14 days. The only goal is to learn something, anything, not to become an expert. This transforms the decision from a lifelong marriage to a casual coffee date. This is about starting small to go big. Instead of having a goal like learn 3D animation, which is huge and terrifying, you create a 2-week test goal. Your new goal is follow a tutorial to make a donut in Blender. It's small, it's specific, and it's achievable in a short amount of time. At the end of 2 weeks, you have a choice. If you're still excited, you can launch another 2-week test on the next small step. If you're not, you can walk away completely guilt-free. You didn't fail, you successfully completed a 2-week experiment and gathered valuable data. This simple system short-circuits the fear and gets you into motion, which is the hardest part. Action creates clarity, and the 2-week test is your engine for action. Now we've tackled the guilt of stopping and the fear of starting. But there's one final practical piece of the puzzle: money. How do you fund your portfolio of passions without burning out? The answer lies in what I call the low-drain job strategy. Many polymaths make the mistake of trying to find one single dream job that satisfies all their passions. This is a recipe for disappointment. A better strategy is to separate your income from your identity. A low-drain job is not your life's purpose. It's the stable financial engine that funds your life's purpose. It has 3 key characteristics: stable income, clearly defined hours, and a low emotional toll. You don't take the stress of the job home with you, leaving your mind free for your real work, your portfolio. Let's look at 3 common archetypes of low-drain jobs. First is the technician. This archetype thrives on clear rules and processes. Think of jobs like bookkeeper, lab technician, or quality assurance tester. The work is predictable and doesn't require deep emotional investment. Second is the steward. This person is a master of organization and maintenance. Jobs like project coordinator, administrative assistant, or facilities manager fit here. They keep the system running smoothly so others can be creative while preserving their own creative energy for after hours. Third, we have the operator. This archetype is focused on executing well-defined tasks efficiently. This could be a delivery driver, a data entry clerk, or a transcriptionist. The work is clear, the day has a definite end, and your mind is completely your own once you clock out. For example, a stable 9-to-5 job as an administrative assistant can be the perfect launchpad for a freelance writing career on the side. The steady paycheck removes the pressure to make your writing profitable immediately. The defined hours give you the protected time and mental space to actually write. The goal is not to be stuck in this job forever, but to use it strategically as a foundation while you build your portfolio. Okay, that was a lot of theory, so let's make this incredibly practical.
We're going to consolidate everything we've learned into a simple 3-step action plan you can start today.
Step 1 is to map your portfolio. Grab a piece of paper or open a new document. Create 3 columns: core skills, exploration projects, and foundational habits. Take just 10 minutes and list everything that comes to mind with no judgment. This map is your personal asset inventory. Step 2 is to identify your current season. Look at your life right now. Are you craving depth and focus on one thing? You're likely in a season of deep dive. Are you feeling burnt out and curious about many new things? That's a season of play calling to you. Do you see a surprising connection between 2 items on your map? It might be time for a season of harvest. Just naming your season can bring incredible clarity. Step 3. Launch a 2-week test. Look at your list of exploration projects. Pick the one that sparks the most excitement right now. Then, define the absolute smallest first step you can take and commit to exploring it for just 2 weeks. This action plan turns you from a passive worrier into an active architect of your life. If you're a portfolio thinker who's tired of feeling scattered, consider subscribing. We build strategies for people like us every single week. Imagine a year from now, looking back at a portfolio of projects you're proud of instead of a list of ideas you never started. That is exactly what this method makes possible. We started this journey feeling paralyzed by choice, afraid of losing all the other versions of ourselves. We've reframed that identity into the portfolio thinker, a master of integration. We've learned how to manage our assets, navigate our creative seasons, and break the fear of starting. Remember what we said in the beginning? You don't have to lose those other versions of you. You just have to integrate them. Your diversity of interests is not a bug. It is your defining feature. Specialists dig deep wells in one location. Generalists, the portfolio thinkers, build the aqueducts that connect them, creating a network that nourishes the entire landscape. Your job isn't to fit into one box. It's to build a mosaic that is uniquely yours, piece by brilliant piece. Now you have a map and the tools to start building. This community is filled with incredible portfolio thinkers. To prove it, share one asset from your portfolio in the comments below. It could be a core skill and an exploration project you want to combine. Let's see the incredible combinations that exist right here. I read as many as I can, and I always find inspiration in them. If this is the kind of strategic thinking you've been looking for, make sure to subscribe for more. Thank you for watching. Now go build your portfolio